Hey Tiana, Connor here with Handy Toyota. So I saw you were doing some searching around and want to check out a few Tacomas. So I'm just going to take a few minutes and run over the 2015 Tacoma Double Cab V6 with you. So the 2015 Double Cab Tacoma comes with a 4-liter V6 and also a 5-speed automatic transmission. Now both of those are going to help you achieve a gas mileage of anywhere between 20 and 24 miles per gallon overall. Definitely one of the better fuel-saving trucks that is out there on the market today. Especially with that big 4-liter, you're not going to lose any power at all. On the front of the vehicle here, we're going to have multi-reflector halogen headlights, not only for better visibility of the driver, but also going to be a little bit more reflective, so oncoming traffic is going to be able to see you a little bit sooner. And also the fog lights are built right in as a standard feature. They don't try and cut any corners with these trucks. They really put everything into them that they can. Now for the wheels, we're going to have 16-inch. These are going to have the alloy wheel package on it. Standard, they usually come with a styled steel wheel. It's going to look similar to the alloy wheels. Alloy wheels are beneficial. They're a lot more compact and lighter at the same time, so it's going to help out with that gas mileage. And standard on a lot of our 4-wheel drive vehicles, most of the Tacomas, we're going to have the mud flaps as a standard feature. And for the outside mirrors, you're actually going to have heated outside mirrors, so whenever you use a rear defogger, actually use the button on the inside, you can heat these bad boys up. And they also have the turn signal indicator right on the mirror as well. So now as we come around to the back, this particular model is going to have the TRD Sport package. Now essentially what that means is, as you can see here, we're going to have these upgraded Bilstein shocks and absorbers. It's going to be tuned for off-road driving as well. So for the bed, we're going to have the 5.5-foot bed. With the access cab, you're going to have a little bit more bed space, and we also do make a long bed edition that's actually going to give you a little bit over 6 feet. Now we bring it down, it's already got the carbon fiber reinforced sheet mold composite for the bed liner, so there's no need to go out and buy an aftermarket bed liner to put in it. It's going to come standard. We also have the plug-in right here in the back. That's just going to be your regular 3-prong plug-in and not a car accessible one. And we're also going to have that carbon fiber on the bumper as well, and to cover up the deck rail. So it's going to limit those scratches down about 80%. And now right up underneath the tailgate, we're going to have this little tiny camera. So whenever you throw it in reverse, it's actually going to give you a projected path of what's behind you. And the trailer, or the tow hitch is going to be standard on the V6 models. And all the V6 models actually come with what's called the V6 tow package. Now essentially with that, you're going to get an upgraded alternator, upgraded battery, and you're also going to get supplement coolers to keep all the oil and the transmission fluid heat down. So it's definitely something that will help you out with towing, and it comes standard on all the V6 models as well. So for the head unit of the 2015 Tacoma, we're going to have what's called N-Tune audio. Now essentially N-Tune audio is Toyota's version of their touchscreen Bluetooth capable head unit. So we're going to have an all touchscreen unit here. Now I'm on the home screen, and the home screen is going to show you basically everything that this thing can do all in one screen. It's going to show us our audio, also our Bluetooth connection, and then it's also going to have our HD weather signal updates. It's actually going to give you predicted weather and traffic updates as you're driving. So let's go into the audio here. We're going to go to the audio, and you have our AM and FM just like you would in any normal car. We also have the free subscription to XM radio. So you get a 90-day free subscription with that, and then Sirius is going to send you a notice in the mail just letting you know when it's going to be close to coming up, and you can extend that if you'd like. And then we have this little icon. Basically, this is going to be your Bluetooth audio. Now, with the Bluetooth audio, if you have a smartphone or an MP3 player that's Bluetooth capable, you can sync it right up to the truck itself, and you can play music and make phone calls all right through the truck. For instance, if you have somebody in your contacts list, there's actually a voice recognition button right here on the steering wheel. If you press that button in and say, call so-and-so in your contacts list, it's going to make that phone call if your phone's paired up, and you can actually speak right through the speakers without ever having to touch your phone. And aside from that, we have all the controls for the head unit over here on the side. You're going to be able to cycle through all the different features just using the steering wheel controls. You can adjust the volume. Now there's a couple that aren't lit up here. It's probably kind of a little hard to see through the camera, but you have our USB auxiliary and CD. Whenever anything's plugged in or the CD's put in, those will pop up and you can use them that way. And now for the apps, this is kind of what I was talking about, the updated traffic and weather. You can also check your phone messages, your phone settings right through the app section. And also if you download the N-Tune app on your phone, you can actually download more apps as they come out. I know Toyota and N-Tune come out with different apps every month or two, and you can actually download them to the truck and see different things about it. So we're going to go back to the home screen here, and as I had mentioned, that's where you're going to see everything all at once. So right below that, we have our climate center. We have our single zone climate center with all the different adjustabilities right here underneath the head unit. As we come down a little more, we're going to have our USB and auxiliary plug-in. So not only is it Bluetooth capable, but if you have an auxiliary cord or USB cord, You can actually plug them in right here. Then we have our two 12-volt plug-ins, one for the driver and passenger. So if you have a car charger or anything that's car accessible that you can plug in, it's going to go right up here in the front underneath the dash. And right below that we have our cup holders. Now these cup holders actually pop right out, so you can use it as more of a storage area if you'd like. Now these are going to be rubber as well, so they're wicked easy to clean, and it's going to keep any bottles or anything from shifting around too much. As I mentioned before, we got that 5-speed transmission. You can actually shift down between all the gears, especially if you're towing something a little heavier. Which, by the way, these vehicles are rated for about 7,500 to 8,000 pounds towing, which is pretty incredible for a 4-liter V6. So we have another cup holder here, and then we have our storage unit. Opens up, and then right behind that we have our other two cup holders for the rear passengers. And right up front, next to the steering wheel, this is going to be what's called a part-time 4-wheel drive system. So right now I'm in 2-wheel drive mode. You can shift it over to 4-wheel drive high. Basically, you can drive up to safely around 50, 60 miles an hour on that 4-wheel drive system, and it's going to be good for that. And then you have our low 4, which is going to be that more off-roady kind of 4-wheel drive, or if you're towing something in a little harsher conditions, that's definitely going to help you out. And while you're in that 2-wheel drive mode, we actually have what's called a limited slip differential. So if the front wheels or the back wheels start to slip when you're in that 2-wheel drive mode, it's actually going to be brake actuated. So the brakes are going to pump a little bit, grab those tires and stop it from spinning, and it's going to regain traction while you're driving. So again, for the steering wheel, as I'd mentioned, we have all the controls right here on the steering wheel. But it's actually going to be adjustable physically as well. It's going to be able to pull out and move up. So if you're a bit of a taller driver, smaller driver, either way, it's going to be able to be compatible for that as well. And just as I had mentioned before about that backup camera, right up on this head unit, whenever I throw the vehicle in reverse, it's going to give us that projected path of what's behind us with a little red warning light as well, let you know you're getting a little too close to something. So for both the driver and passenger, we have the sun visors with the extender on it. So it's going to give you a little bit better visibility. And then now we have our vanity mirror as well. It's going to open up and the light's going to come on automatically. And right up by my hand here, we're actually going to have two sunglasses holders. I know a lot of cars today, they aren't really putting the sunglasses holders in anymore, which is kind of odd to me, but Tacoma's going to give you two of them. Pretty convenient. And now I'm going to show you the back seats. So for the rear seats of the double cab, they're actually going to be pretty versatile. As you can see here, they're just in the regular 5-passenger mode, but actually you can pull these up. We have some under-seat storage here with a carbon fiber box. And those are going to fold up too. I'll show you in just a minute. But then you can also pop these seats down as well. It's going to open up that cargo space a lot more. And this is all covered up by that carbon fiber material, just like the bed liner. So it's going to keep those scratches down. And I'll show you what it looks like over on this end. Just pull this one leather. And then all you got to do is pull this one over here. I don't know if I can reach it yet. There we go. And it's going to open up even more. We got a couple different storage compartments back here. Definitely good for, if you have a little bit too much stuff in the back, stick it right in the back of the cab. So again, Tiana, I'm Connor here at Handy Toyota, and I just showed you some of the cool features on our 2015 Tacoma Double Cab 4-wheel drive. You can get a hold of me here at 802-528-2252, or just stop here whenever you get the chance. Thanks.